So it's 5 o'clock in the morning and we're on the way to the airport. I'm only the tiniest little bit hungover, but it's all good. I had about 4 hours sleep. As did Mum, who's driving me. Thanks, Mum. And the weather forecast hasn't really changed much. I still don't know where I'm going. So I've got my bag and everything. I'm ready to go to the airport, and I still don't actually know where I'm going on holiday. But I still think it's Italy, although having stalked like the weather forecast apps and stuff, I'm beginning to think Croatia is a possibility. So I don't know. I'm going to find out in hopefully about an hour's time, but can't wait. Hey guys, so it's the crack of dawn. I'm at the airport, about half an hour late, so it's not too big an issue. And I have my little card, which I'm gonna scratch off now, so I get the code and then I can actually find out where I'm going. Because I kind of need to know now. And I also hope I'm at the right terminal, because I just had to wing it, and I just guessed it was going to be EasyJet, and I just guessed it was going to be at the North Terminal, because usually it is. But I might have to get the little shuttle that takes you over to the South Terminal, but we'll see. Okay, so I have my little code. There we go, scratched off. And now I'm gonna pop it into the website to find out where I'm going. So I've just got through security and I found out I'm going to Milan. So yeah, I've got like an hour or something before my flight, so we're gonna get something to eat, but I'm so excited. Like, I've never been to Milan. I guessed Italy. I'm really happy with that. Like, it's gonna be a completely new experience. So yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Okay guys, so day one in Milan, and I ended up doing a cycle tour because I had no idea what I was going to do, and I figured that would be a good way to see a lot of the city in a really short space of time and get some ideas for what I wanted to do later on in the trip. So yeah, I did that, and like, it's funny because I was really expecting to be like, you know, completely in love with the you know, really like old ancient architecture that you kind of think of when you think of Italy, but actually it was the beautiful, like completely amazing modern architecture that was everywhere, that completely like took my breath away. It was absolutely gorgeous. And then I think what I'm going to do now is go back to the hostel, get something to eat, like basically do aperitivo, which is, if you play cards right, you can kind of stretch out into dinner. I've got a really nice roommate who is also a writer, so I'm going to see if she's free, and we'll see where the night leads. Okay, so day two, it's Saturday morning, it's about 10 o'clock-ish, something like that. Yeah, I really get the impression that Surprise Me try really hard to make sure that their hostels are like just really fun. There's a lot of people around that are kind of, you know, like-minded individuals and stuff. I mean, I guess that's kind of the hostel mentality anyway, but like this one, there's like a club just around the corner which I went to last night, and I would never go out by myself normally, but obviously, you know, when in Rome / Milan. yeah, and it's like part of the club. And then I was speaking to the guy at the desk, and he gave me like a card that meant I could get in for free as part of the hostel and stuff. And they've given me so much really useful advice, because obviously you rock up, which surprised me, to the city and you haven't really had time to prepare. Like, all my frantic googling can only go so far, so actually having someone to give me like personal recommendations makes a big difference. So yeah, I've kind of got like a map, I've got some ideas of what I want to do today. So yesterday I did like a cycle tour to kind of get a feel for what I wanted to see more of, and I've kind of found some districts that I want to go to that I think would be worth exploring today. It's beautiful today. It's kind of chilly this morning, but I think it will get quite warm this afternoon, and the weather's supposed to be basically the same tomorrow. Also, I forgot to say, the club I went to around the corner ended up having like this live Italian indie rock band, and I just kind of went because it was there and free, and I didn't want to like trek out of the city by myself, so I wanted to stay kind of close to home. But they were so good. Like, I couldn't understand a word they were saying, but like the lead singer was so energetic, and like the crowd was just awesome. And it was just really fucking cool. Like, I really liked it. I even bought myself a t-shirt. Woo! So I actually don't even know what the band's called, but I've got their t-shirt. It probably makes me some sort of tragic fangirl, really, but no, they were just really cool. I will find out what they were called and I'll link that down below. But yeah, just awesome. Like, I feel like I've just managed to get such an interesting like flavour of the city in such a short space of time. So I'm just really excited to see what is still in store. So the station I was going to get off at to get to the cathedral was closed for some reason, so I'm now walking around trying to find the way, but actually it's so much better because I'm now seeing these things that I don't even know what they are. I'm going to go and explore and see what they are. I'll show you now, hang on. I think I might have stumbled into something a bit weird happening. Well, this is all very nice, except for the fact that I can't go anywhere because I'm trapped and surrounded by orange people. So that's kind of scuppered my plans a bit, but it's cool to see. I mean, it's an awesome place for a run. I've done a couple of half marathons, but I haven't done anywhere like this. I mean, maybe I'll have to come back to Milan next year if this is like an annual thing and take part. Orange really is my colour. So I was just walking through the museum and I saw a sign outside saying that the Orto Botanico di Brera, like the botanical gardens, and I think they're by the university. So I stepped outside and I can just smell really strongly the scent of flowers and herbs, which in October I think is quite unusual. And look at what I'm seeing now, check this out. This looks so pretty. I have a feeling it might be closed. I can see a lock on the gate, but it just looks amazing. Let me see if I can get a bit closer. Okay, so coming towards the end of day 2 and I've just had the best fucking day. So after I went to that museum in the morning, I went to go and get some pizza because I hadn't really had any proper Italian food since I've been here. And as I was sat down next to these 2 girls, they just started chatting away to me, and they were both, well, one was Irish, one was English, and they were absolutely lovely. And before I knew it, we were off getting ice cream together after we'd had a lovely pizza together, and we just all got on like a house on fire. And then we went and like wandered around again by the main square where the Duomo is. The sun was out, like we were trying to eat this ice cream and getting it all over ourselves. It was the least elegant thing I've ever done, and it was just so lovely. Unfortunately, they both had to get flights tonight, so I can't spend any more time with them, but it was great. I just feel like I've meeting so many people, and then I met some of their friends, bumped into them that they'd met at the hostel. I just feel like I've managed to get like so much out of this trip. None of this stuff would have happened if I decided to do it myself. Like if I'd gone with friends and just done it the traditional way, I don't think I'd have ever got this experience. I think I'd have just like stayed in my bubble, which is what I've always ever done when I go on holiday. So I just feel like I've managed to see so much more. I just feel really lucky. So now I'm going to go back, charge my phone, get something to eat, and then I'm going to head out to the Prada Foundation. Hopefully, I think it's still open, and then who knows what I'm going to do for the rest of the night. I just love the whole fact that like anything could happen and I could meet anybody, and it all just feels completely unscripted and unplanned and so liberating. Like I'm just buzzing. I cannot recommend this enough. I'm definitely going to be travelling by myself again. I've got so much out of this. So we're now at the Prada Foundation, which is literally like a 5-minute walk from our hostel. We have no idea what it is or what to expect. We've just heard from different people that it's quite cool. So far we just find it like really intimidating in that fashiony way, whereas like you feel like if you touch anything you're going to break it, or someone's going to come and scream at you that you're doing it wrong or that you're not cool enough to be here. So yeah, we'll see what this is like. So the first room we've come to, it's like a man-made cave where they've made individual layers to build it up to look like a limestone cave. But we don't know what it is for, or what it has to do with Prada or anything. There's like no explanation. What do you think of it?
I don't understand.
No, I don't understand either. But anyway, there you go, there's a cave. We've just found a thing at the entrance which actually tells you about it, which we completely ignored because it's really small. Okay, that bit wasn't small, but that doesn't help.
I think it's also meant to cost €10 to get in originally.
Well, apparently the reason it's free is because they haven't got many exhibitions, so we don't have to pay, which is great. So I'm not sure how I'd feel about paying €10 to see some cave.
I'd be seriously pissed off.
What's it say?
That's amazing.
Strongly. That's actually really cool. That one you could actually wear. Some of this is a little bit comfortable. So it's my last day. I've checked out of the hostel and I've just got the train up to near by the main train station, which is where I'm getting the bus from later tonight to the airport. And I've done like this Airbnb thing for your bags, like bag B&B. So for €5, my bag can just stay there all day, so I don't have to worry about it. And then I'm going to go on a day trip to Como. So yeah, let's go. So I've just arrived at Como, and then I was absolutely desperate for the loo, so I quickly ran to a coffee shop, and then by the time I came out I'd missed the ferry. But as it turns out, it wasn't all bad, because in the time it's going to take for me to get the next ferry, there's actually something going on in the main square here. It looks like some kind of food festival thing, so I'm going to like run around really quickly, see if there's anything worth grabbing before heading on the ferry over to Verona. So I just got off the boat at Verona. I kind of skipped off all of the stops in between and it took about an hour. It took a lot longer to get here than I thought, so I didn't really have time to like stop off and see all the little pretty towns around here, but I'd heard from people at the hostel that Verona was one of the prettiest, and to be honest, as I'm only really here to kind of look around, I thought that would be the best way forward. So it's about 1:30 and I'm going to try and find somewhere to eat, ideally by the river, like river by the lake, because it's so pretty, but I don't know where anywhere good is, so I'm going to have to do some research and find out. Right, well that brings me to the end pretty much of my travels. I'm feeling the holiday blues badly. It is stunning here, like absolutely beautiful, and I've always wanted to see Lake Como, so that was amazing. I'm so glad I decided to come today because I was umming and ahhing about whether or not to stay in Milan rather than come here because, you know, I didn't really have a full day, but I'm really glad that I came. It's been brilliant and so stunning. Even though I haven't really done that much, like just as like a nice chill end to the quite hectic like 36 hours, it's just been amazing. Like this whole Surprise Me trip experience has been one of the most liberating and exciting things I've ever done. I've met more people than I ever have on any other holiday in my life. It's just been like a completely unique experience that I just want to repeat again and again and again. So I'm so excited to go back and start thinking about when I'm going to do the next one because I cannot wait.